Hi, so you guys are all wearing clothes. You guys probably have gone through the same problem that all of us go through every day, where we go to our closets, we open them up, and we see the same 5 to 10 articles of clothing that we like to wear. We have a couple pairs of pants, a couple t-shirts, maybe a hoodie or two that we like to wear all the time. But our closets are full, and with all that other clothes, they'll probably never see the light of day again. You could give them away, or you could choose Outfix. We are a mobile-friendly website that allows you to buy, sell, rent, or trade your clothing with just a few clicks on your mobile device. All you have to do is snap a picture, put it up on our website, and it'll appear to people in your local geographical area, allowing you to empty the closet and get money back in your account that you can use to spend on clothes that you would like to wear. Hi, my name is Layton Wilcox. I am the CEO of our company, Outfix.
I'm Carolina, I'm the COO.
I'm Austin, I'm the CFO.
I'm Nick, I'm the CMO.
And I'm Jay, I'm the CPO.
And we're Outfix.
So a little bit more about our company. We're going to be the mediators between customers that would like to buy, sell, rent, and trade on our website. Any transaction that occurs, we will take a small percentage of that. So for example, let's say you're trying to sell a shirt for $30 on our website, and you find somebody to buy your shirt. We're going to take, say, 10% of that, so you'll get the $27, we'll get the $3. So in the middle of the semester, we were asked to conduct around 50 interviews. Everybody in the interview said the same thing. The trading aspect was what was going to set us apart from our competitors. It was going to set us apart and accumulate the most interest. So essentially how that angle is going to work is people can set up preferences on what price range they would like to set and what type of clothing they would like to trade their clothes for. And if there's a match for that, they could potentially follow through with the trade. So of course each member of the party will be charged a small standard trading fee just so that we don't not make profit. Some key interview takeaways that we got from the interview were that everyone wants filters and easy to navigate categories. They also want quality assurance, and they want review and rating system, somewhat like Uber, so that you can get like 3-4 stars, and they know, future customers know who they want to buy and sell from. We created a Google survey to act as our survey so we can get our idea out there. We used our Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook platforms so that we can get our survey link out there. And we were just getting a lot of age ranges from kids from our age range, like 16, 17, 18-year-olds. So we asked our mentor, Kevin Sanders, to put it on LinkedIn. And we got a lot more 30, 40, 50-year-olds to ensure our target market, and that was a specific age group that we wanted to go down.
We got around 400 survey responses on that Google survey, so it was a great indicator of where we can go.
Exactly. So some key survey takeaways were that 63% of people have 7 or more pieces of clothing in their closet that they never wear. 73% said they shop online either daily, weekly, or monthly, and 67% said they would wear used clothing in the future. So this really ensures our problem, and that we have the right solution.
So we are planning on adding a donation aspect. So let's say that you put up a product and it's not getting any attention or any buyers are trying to buy it. You will be able to donate to any organization that you want, and in return you will receive V-Bucks that can be used for store credit.
Alrighty, so when it came down to us actually creating our company, we needed to see the competitors that were like within what we were trying to do. So the first company that we did notice was eBay. So eBay is basically a company online where you can buy and sell items ranging from clothes to everyday household items and stuff like that. So we needed to make sure that we could see all the things that they were doing. One of the things that they did do was they took percentages of everyone's transactions. I think it was 10% to be exact, and their accompanied payment services such as PayPal would also take a percentage of however much you bought. Also, they did a shipping aspect where you would have to take that piece of clothing, buy a box, write down your own information, and then actually ship it out yourself. Then we came to the Mr. and Mrs. collection. This was kind of similar to our company, but they were subscription-based. So you pay $49 a month, and then you get to partake within this company. Although they do have one problem, which is all their clothes are basically the same thing. So they all look the same, the styles are the same, so you can't really get much variety. Then we looked at another aspect of our company. When we are trying to help other people, we are trying to make sure that everyone gets to wear whatever they would like to wear. We looked at Goodwill, because Goodwill is a company where you can bring bags of clothes to the company and they will put it up into the store, and then people can just go and buy it. And then lastly, we looked at a company that is pretty similar to ours, which is Poshmark. But the one thing that we wanted to do was make sure that we were very different from Poshmark. That's why we came up with our trading aspect, because as far as we know, Poshmark and other companies like that are not doing trading. So when it comes to Outfix, we want to make sure that we are trading and we also contacted a local UPS store and they said that we could have our own customized boxes within the store. So customers, when they buy something off of Outfix, they can just take their piece of clothing to a local UPS store, and there will already be a customized box there with information and everything on there, so you would just be able to drop it off and it would get shipped to the customers.
So going into like our actual market, we're going to target the United States because obviously we're based here. And according to census data as well as surveys taken, around 64 million Americans shop for buy and sell clothing online as well, and they're willing to get used clothing. And using their average of around one purchase per month at a price of around $10 per purchase, that brings us to around a $9.2 billion market, which is obviously a huge market as clothing is, and it'd be great to get a little piece of that. And going even deeper, we're based in Naperville, so we're going to start there and expand into the Chicagoland area. And the same information, using the same information, around 750,000 people apply to our demographic in this area. So, and using the same averages of the purchases and the price, that comes to around a $108 million market, which is obviously a huge market, and we can make some revenue off that. And our goal is, in the first year of operation, to reach around 140,000 people, whether that's from advertisement or direct website clicks. And of those people, we want to serve around 1,500. So, and that will give us a market share of around 0.19%. And then a revenue of $200,000, which would be a great start off and really kick off our program.
We're planning on marketing Outfix as a consumer-friendly website that is based off community. We are pushing for high-quality clothing while also including the renting and trading aspect. Moving forward, we are going to focus on advertising our website on social media. 94% of our target market say that they use social media on a daily basis. So Facebook and Instagram are perfect platforms for us to use. The average Facebook ad costs about 27 cents CPC cost per clicks. So for example, if we put up a Facebook ad for $10, that ad would be taken down after its required clicks of 37.
So overall, to move forward, Outfix, we need a professional website that's effective and is just easy to communicate with each other. And we looked on sites like WordPress, which creates professional working websites, and their business package is around $25 per month. So that's how we get our website off the ground. And like Nick said, the ads are around 27 cents per click. So if we had an advertising budget of like $100, say, that would get us around 370 clicks, which would really like boost our site, like our website views. And distribution, like Carolina said, with the boxes, contacting UPS stores and other stores that we can get the boxes, have our custom like little flair on the boxes so we can stand out. So overall, we're asking for around $400 to get this off the ground and to start allowing people to communicate and to fund the future of clothing.
Okay, so what a team wears really defines who they are. And every day when I wake up, I make sure that what I wear defines, I want what I wear to just show to the world who I am. And clothing is very important in doing that. As we move to this technological age, it baffles me that we haven't had a website like this already that targets teenagers and allows them, people who don't have a lot of money, to find clothes that they want to wear for a price they can afford. That's why we Outfix need your help to help move our company towards the future and get a big market share and help solve our problem. Thank you. We are Outfix.
Thank you.
Nice job. Question about your shipping and exchange and the costs around that. Obviously, you want to put branding on those boxes, but who's paying for the shipping? The consumer is?
We have thought about this a couple different ways. We haven't decided fully, but we have thought we wanted to remove as much cost as possible from the consumer, but also we are trying to keep our costs low For at the beginning, we are going to pay for the boxes. Our minimum viable product right now is we pay for the boxes, we get in our cars. Once we have our website, we will drive from one person's house, get the clothes, put it in a box, and drive it to the other person's house to test out to make sure that our product and like our service is like viable. Like we will take care of the boxes, we'll take care of the transport until we can prove that like people want to see our company.
This is why we're starting in like the Naperville area, so it's like local and we can see if like this could actually work on a wider scale.
So it's good that you validated the product as far as the service goes, but you're gonna have to scale very quickly to make sure that you can not drive it around, but also look at the cost of, if you're getting 10% of the cost between the consumer exchange, how much is that shipping gonna be, especially when you're talking about cross-country transactions and things like that? You're gonna be well over $10, $15 a box to ship.
That's why we're trying to focus on like local geographical areas. When Nick said that we're community-based, what we're trying to do is to get people to interact within a community. When you want to buy a piece of clothing, we're planning on having options that allow you to chat with the person you want to receive that article of clothing from, and you're able to talk to them. They live in the local area, and what we are thinking about doing is, if they live close enough to you, you don't have to pay to ship it. If you want to go and deliver clothing personally, you can. Also, you can go to the store, and it's supposed to be very easy. You can choose to go to a UPS store. Eventually, we're probably going to transfer that cost onto the consumer. Just on our end, that's going to be too much of our costs. But like, we just want it to be like, you talk to the person, like it's a real like community.
Again, we, for this exact like pricing, we need to do some market testing as well, so we can see like exactly what the good balance is for our company as well. So.
And I think to build on that too, since you're dealing with a piece of clothing, it obviously gets dirty, the hygiene of it, the washing of it, and what happens if somebody puts bleach on the product and ruins it? Who handles that interaction between two consumers when somebody's ruined a piece of clothing?
So we do have a plan for that. Alongside with the box, within the box we wanted to place instructions to make sure that like the quality and everything is the same from when you first sent it out and for when it comes back. And also we will have insurance in place, so if someone damages a piece of clothing, they will have to pay the full price for it versus like having rented it off of our website. And then we also had this one idea to make sure that we have these like rating systems on our account, because this is kind of social media based, so everyone has their own profiles. So let's say if you get an item sent to you and it's not in the exact quality that they like marketed it on, like on when they posted a picture of it, then they can go on their profile, rate it, make sure that other people know exactly who they're buying from to ensure like that you get what you ordered.
Yeah, but good thought, but even beyond that, if there is a dispute between two customers, you're going to be the intermediary between
Yes.
there. So how do you handle that? I mean, there's something to think about. You don't have to answer the question now.
Yeah, we haven't given much thought to that yet. That is something that we do think about in the future.
So what is the number one way that you want to make money? What's the first and foremost product service that you're offering? It's not rental,
It's buying and selling. That's probably going to be the most, like we also want to do trading and renting, but we're probably going to make the most money off of buying and selling. And we're just going to take like a percent of that transaction. And we're probably going to have different price ranges too for different percents. I think eBay does like the same thing where it's like $0 to $15, they have a certain percent, and then it's $15 to $50, they have a certain percent, and it's like goes down so that they're still making a profit, but they're not like taking all the money away from it.
And I also do believe that our trading aspect is really important for a company because it does set us apart and makes us very different from all the other companies that are doing something similar to us. So I think that when we take a flat trading rate from when someone gives one piece of clothing to someone else and they switch, I do believe that we can make a large profit off of that as well because we aren't losing anything and we want to make something as well as the customers.
How much investigation have you done in the eBay model?
We've looked into it quite a bit. They have like an information page that, and also like other pages that have done research on them. And yeah, like Leighton said, it showed like there's varied percentages as well. They capped like they couldn't take more than maybe $100 from a transaction, and it just like it was a good model to like follow because obviously they're a huge business, and it's like good to see how they do it.
I would urge you to go back and do a deeper search of their model and how they control their costs and what their liability limits are. For example, eBay doesn't pay anything for distribution. The seller does, the buyer does.
Yeah.
You mentioned Poshmark as being the most like what you do. What do they do, and how are they different from eBay or from what you're doing?
So basically, Poshmark is an online company where you can buy things online. They don't do as many things as we do since they are like. I mean, do you guys want to explain it a little bit better?
Well, basically Poshmark, it's like the social media thing that we're looking for as well. Like everyone has a profile and they post pictures of like their clothing, except they only do the buying and selling. And also, yeah, so basically we're setting ourselves apart with trading and renting as well. And I'm not sure, I don't think they have like a really a rating system as much. Like ours will be probably more in depth with like what exactly they're badly rated at. And like, so we'll be.
Another thing that we were trying to offer is quality assurance. Like I have a couple friends who have tried to use Poshmark in the past, and like I've had one friend where nothing showed up after he paid for his order. Another person where the thing they got was nowhere near the quality that they thought they were paying for. And that's where we're trying to like separate ourselves, because like we don't want a consumer to like waste their money, waste their time, and get a product that's not what they wanted. That's why we're trying to like incentivize like sellers and people who are trying to get rid of their clothing to like be honest about the quality of it, so that people know what they're getting themselves into.
So you'd be taking on a significant potential liability there if you're going to try to ensure that the quality of what someone is selling to someone else, another third party. That is a significant issue that you, I think, suggesting to you dive into, look at the limitations.
We're not trying to incentivize them to be honest about the quality of their clothes. We're not trying to take personal liability. Like our rating system, the goal is if someone has like a well-worn shirt, we want them to be honest about it, so that if someone receives a well-worn shirt or one with the stain, that it's what they expected. Like when we say that we're trying to like get the people to be honest, we just want them to like be honest about it. If it's gonna be like worn a few times, well worn, old, like we just want them to be honest. So like the rating system shows if they said it's a brand new shirt, it comes, it's got a hole in it, it's got a stain on it, and they rate it 1 star, and then when you look at the profile, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to buy from this person. They're lying about what kind of like stuff they're
I
trying to do.
understand. Just remember, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
That's
So let me ask a question about, you said one of your differentiators is going to be trading. How will you make money on trading?
So, yeah, after every trade, it's obviously like, we're not gonna be a charity, so you can't just like trade. So each party of the trade will have a flat fee, which we haven't figured out yet. We have to do the market testing on that. But, so, yeah, there'll be a trading fee basically.
If you consider whether that model might work better as a membership model, okay, I'm gonna pay, $10 a month, I don't know what the price would be, but some amount per month to be in the trading pool. And then you don't have to worry about each transaction getting a little.
Might appeal to more quality.
Yeah, there's a lot of subscription things like Netflix, like music services, like people are using piling on subscriptions. So obviously we might have to do more surveys, and we're planning on doing more interviews and surveys about that. So that could be something.
Based on number of trades.
Yeah,
another thing is like kids our age, they don't have like as much capital as someone who's had like a full-time like, career or something. So we're afraid that having like a monthly subscription might turn off some people who don't have like $10 a month to spend to be in the trading pool or to like be a part of that. That's why we were gonna start off at least to try and test just a flat rate, so that people like if they're only gonna do 1 trade a month or 2 trades a month, like they don't want to pay like $10 if they could just pay like $3 in a flat rate.
And like Austin said, there's like a lot of companies that do subscriptions, so we are trying to focus on the things that really set us apart. So when it comes to like clothing and online like businesses and stuff like that, it's more common to have a subscription versus like having something like this. So that's why I think we're focusing on doing that for now, at least.
I agree, but it depends on who we confirm as our target market. Like if we confirm the teenagers, then we most likely won't go with that. I think that's a great idea if we go with like older people.
I think the subscription model solves your #1 risk from a community portal. From community portals where you've got discussions between consumers, basically they can go and end around on you, and therefore you lose revenue, right? So subscription actually locks in that money ahead of time, so that even if we're trying to exchange an article of clothing and we're communicating, hey, why don't we just call me? Here's my phone number, my email address. Let's just meet up here in Naperville too. Just give me $5. These guys are asking 12. So you gotta watch out for that risk. It's the #1 risk for community.
Perhaps you can do a mix of both, where you do need to pay to get on the website as well. Like it's a lower cost of subscription, but then there's also like a trading fee or something like that.
20 seconds.
How did you guys get to this idea? 5 of you sat down and are like,
This is my favorite. Like, so we do this thing at our school. We have these theme days for our football games, and one of the themes was Superhero Day. And like I really like going to the football games. It's like really great. It's a big thing in our school for like everyone to go to the football games. Except I don't own any superhero T-shirts. I don't own like anything. So I was thinking like I want to go to this game, but I don't have anything. I don't want to go pay $20 for a T-shirt with a Captain America logo on it just to stick it in the back of my closet and never wear it again. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, I wish there was some way I could like rent it. I'd pay $2 for like a day. Or like trade with someone and then trade that. Like I just didn't want to have to pay like a full price, and that's where we came up with the idea of like renting and trading and like our whole website.
Kind of builds off of that.
Yeah.
Time.
Nice job, yeah.